Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this early afternoon for a movie review. This is a movie I watched last night and finished all the way through. I did watch 30 minutes of the movie earlier during yesterday afternoon, but I didn't get a chance to finish it until last night. So this is for Megalopolis, the Adam Driver movie. I got a chance to check out for myself to see what I was going to think of this movie. This 2 hour and 18-minute movie overall, so I'm going to discuss what I watched for this very lengthy movie and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this movie review. Now, with what I've seen with this movie, this was not a good movie, basically. It was shit. I can't believe it was hard for me to watch through this film because of how ridiculous it was with the whole premise and storyline. The storyline didn't make sense. It's just you don't know who this Caesar Catalina is, and they're trying to explain it to you, but then it just comes from a family of wealth and is able to time stop. That is stupid. Stop time or whatever. It's like, what the fuck is this film? This is awful. So, yeah, Adam Driver his performance in it was kind of bad in this one. I mean, he tried to perform in the best way he can with a serious role, but it didn't perfect the landing. And then you have other actors like John Boy. His character was alright. Shia LaBeouf and Aubrey Plaza were the only ones that were the highlights to this movie, to this atrocious movie. They were the only ones I could feel for their performance. And the guy that played, what's her name? Diana's father or whatever. I think that's what her name was in the movie. So pretty much with what I've seen with this film, it's basically he stops time and then they go to these parties and he does a lot of cocaine and all that shit. And then it's like tripping balls and doing some weird shit. It's like, what the fuck is this movie trying to explain to the audience? That it's a big flop. It's a mega flopolis in a way. So I was just finding a lot of ridiculous moments with this movie, and this movie is a complete shit show of cringe. So, from what I gathered, the movie's premise didn't make sense. The whole storyline didn't make sense. This was a confusing clusterfuck of garbage. And for 2 hours and 12 minutes, it's hard to sit through this movie. I almost gave up on this movie around the hour mark. Probably sooner than that. I was about ready to give up on this movie like 30 minutes in because of how stupid it was. So this is one of the biggest disastrous movies I've seen of 2024. It's not as bad as Borderlands, but it is bad. It's still a bad movie. So if I were to give Megalopolis or Megaflopolis a score, I'm feeling a disappointing 4 out of 10. Fuck this film, and it can go straight in the garbage compactor. It is trash. It is not something to watch again. I only gave it a 4 out of 10 because there were some interesting points during this film. The only good performances were Shia LaBeouf and Aubrey Plaza. Everyone else, they were good and pretty bad at their roles. I just didn't care for some of the other characters and the actors and actresses in this film. Some of them were doing okay, and some of them were just not doing so great in this film. Adam Driver his performance was ridiculous. This one, it's like, what was this movie trying to prove? Like, how disastrous of a film it is. So, I would have given it a lesser rating. But the only highlights that were the positives were a few moments in the story that seemed interesting, and Shia LaBeouf and Aubrey Plaza's performances were the highlights to this disastrous film. And that's a shame that you only have two actors and actresses that are gonna basically make the movie succeed a little. And everyone else just does a piss poor job in this film. It's like, what was this movie trying to accomplish at the end of the day? So, at the end of the day, this movie is a Megalopolis, and it's a 4 out of 10 for me. Thanks for watching this movie review this afternoon.